Thank you for tuning in to the latest edition of the Tropical Atlantic Marine Weather Briefing issued on Sunday, June 21st, 2026. Looking into the hazards for the next 5 days, we're expecting no wind hazards. Winds are going to be less than 34 knots. In terms of seas, we are expecting seas to peak between 12 and 13 feet offshore of Colombia and over the southwestern Caribbean on Tuesday night. Here is the latest tropical weather outlook, and we are expecting no tropical cyclone formation in the next 7 days. Here is the current conditions. We have high pressures dominating the Atlantic, and over the eastern Gulf, we have a series of tropical waves moving across the Atlantic and the Caribbean, and the interaction between the high pressure to the north and the lower pressures over South America are supporting fresh to locally strong winds across the Caribbean. Seas within these winds are 8 to 10 feet. Looking into the 24-hour forecast, a tropical wave is now moving into the central Caribbean. This is enhancing the pressure gradient, and now we see a larger area of strong winds offshore of Colombia and across the central Caribbean. Within the area of the strongest winds, 8 to 10 feet seas prevail. Looking into the 48-hour forecast for Tuesday, high pressure is going to continue over the Atlantic. Tropical waves continue to move westward. Now we have this tropical wave over the western Caribbean, and this is going to enhance the pressure gradient between the high and the lower pressures across South America. And at night, we are expecting winds to increase to near gale force, and accordingly, seas are going to build and are going to be between 12 to 13 feet. Looking into the 72-hour forecast for Wednesday, the tropical waves now moving into the eastern Pacific. The pressure gradient has relaxed some, and the seas are also between 10 to 11 feet. Looking into the 96-hour forecast for Thursday, June 25th, this is beyond our surface feature forecast, but we can expect the high pressure to be somewhere in the Atlantic, and the pressure gradient is going to continue across the Caribbean, and tropical waves are going to continue to move westward. Looking into Friday forecast, now we are probably going to get another tropical wave moving over the central Caribbean, and this is when we are seeing again an enhancement in the pressure gradient, and winds are going to be between fresh to strong speeds, and seas are going to be between 10 to 12 feet. In summary, we are expecting winds to remain below 34 knots. In terms of hazards for seas, seas are going to be between 12 to 13 feet offshore of Colombia and over the southwestern Caribbean Tuesday night. And high pressure is expected to prevail through the forecast period and dominate the weather pattern. Thank you for listening, and our next briefing is going to be issued on Thursday, June 25th, 2026 by 5 p.m. and you can always check our latest forecast at hurricanes.gov/marine.